Nick Cannon regrets having 12 kids. At least that's what it sounds like. Let's check it
I
out.
think having all those kids was a response to your trauma.
Yeah, 100. Now I'm learning that now. Yeah, and it wasn't like I was
Also,
acting
shout
out.
out.
It
Hold
was
on.
more of being.
Shout out to Shisha. I can't pronounce it. It's something Zed. But this is a good dude. He has some good content.
Careless, being frivolous with my process because I could do it, because I had the money, because I had the access to whoever and however I wanted to move. And, okay, they coming at me, they asking me, opposed to like doing a mature thing and saying, hey, well, it probably makes more sense to do this. And then obviously life happens as well. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm gonna just live life and have fun, and whatever happens.
That's crazy.
That's your future.
Imagine your future children for a second watching your video and realizing that you are the circumstance of not mature planning, like he said there, like, hey, I could have planned this maturely. It sounds like he's going through some shit, if you ask me. It sounds like the consequences of his decision are catching.
All right, she said we're gonna put our own spin on this. So, MC, I can't hear you. You're muted.
I was on mute. My fault. Like you said, Tr, that's the future. We talked about the attractability matrix a few months back, and when you listen to a lot of these women talk about what they want, they all want the same guy, right?
Mhm.
So it's that 80-20. You got 80% of women fighting over 20% of dudes. So you're sharing.
I feel like it's 90-10.
It may be, who knows? But this is bound to happen when you have those types of dynamics. You're gonna have these guys sitting at the top that's knocking up all the chicks. So
Yep.
you're sharing whether you want to or not. So I hope you're happy with that. But again, my thing about stuff like this is because everybody always says, well, if he can afford it, what's the big deal? If your kids aren't in the same house with you, you're not influencing them the way you think they are. And then you also have to be cognizant of the women that you're breeding with. They're bringing other dudes in if you've moved on, and those
Yeah.
dudes are going to be around your kids more than you are. So I don't know how anybody can sit comfortably with that. I mean, I never want my daughter to be influenced by another man outside of me, but some people, that's how they roll and they cool with that. I don't get it, TR.
You know, I think with Nick Cannon, what he's trying to say, I was trying to pull something else up. Nick Cannon, I don't want to hear that, Nick. I don't want to hear anything about trauma. Every time these men, these straight, they're supposed to be these masculine black men, they go on the Breakfast Club and they start acting like bitches. I don't understand it. I don't know if Charlemagne is the one that leads it for them. Just stand on it. You want to bang bad chicks, because from his roster, I ain't seen an ugly one. He wanted to bang bad chicks. He could have easily wore a condom. The women could have been on the pill. They all could have been doing something. They prevented. They could have got Plan B. He just wanted to like bang bad bras. I ain't trying to hear none of this trauma crap though, because it's just an excuse. I don't understand why. I mean, we don't hear about NBA YoungBoy doing this. We don't hear about Future saying this. This is all because of trauma. Blah blah blah. Again, the only men that I think that need to see a damn therapist are these men that are, blinded by the Democrats, or they voted for Kamala Harris. But for the rest of these men, they just want to bang bad broads. That's it. That's 100% what it is. Has nothing to do with trauma. If that was the case, I would think that you wouldn't have as many kids, or you wouldn't have as many baby mamas. Like you just can't be out here talking about, trauma this, trauma that, trying to make everyone like, oh yeah, that makes sense. No, none of that shit makes any sense. His kids are gonna be like, Dad, you couldn't slow down a little bit? Like, why'd you have a new kid every 1 to 2 years? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, that's a good point because people underestimate how smart kids are. At some point, kids are going to realize which parent is full of it and which ones aren't, and they're going to
Yeah.
start asking questions about decisions. But I know in my instance, and maybe I'm just built different. I don't know. I only have one, and I'm fixed. And the reason why I played it out like that was I saw so many of my friends and family taking L's with their baby mama drama, and I'm like, I don't ever want to go through that. Like I've seen people while they were at work, baby
Mhm.
mama number 3 or 4 rolling up to their job, slashing out their tires, trying to get them fired, calling in bomb threats and stuff
Hey,
like that.
you know what's crazy?
So
Nick got him. He kind of got them in control. We ain't heard
it,
anyone talk bad about him.
that's a unique situation right there. I mean, that's some next level macking right there. If that's the
Yep.
case, Tr.
Yep.
Keeping a low profile, not complaining. How rare is that?
Yep.
I mean, we just even like I hate to bring this up, but I'm gonna pivot a little bit. Ayesha Curry used to be like that. She used to be low profile, and now she wants her time in the light, and she's talking and she's revealing stuff. Women like to
Yep.
talk, man. They all do it at some point. So I just
Well,
wonder how long until somebody in that circle drops a tell all book.
LeBron James, he's been pretty much flawless. Like never had any issues, like real issues. Well, he had that one issue with that cop where they opened fired on a chick and she had a knife or something. I don't know if you remember that story, but he pretty much doxed that guy. Like, and the story went away pretty quickly though. But LeBron was definitely in the wrong. Like he's had more social media gaffes than like real issues. Um, Once he retires, I hope that LeBron continues having a successful marriage. I don't want anyone, like I said, I don't be trying to like, push for like a divorce. So hopefully LeBron, hopefully Savannah James continues to just stay out of the limelight, not try to like, hey, so you're retired, like that baseball conversation we had, where the baseball's wife, where she was like, I feel like a single mom, just putting herself out there, got a new body and everything. Like I hope Savannah James doesn't do anything like that. She's been playing her part. She's been there since day one. She's been magnificent. She's been a role model for a lot of these women, even though they don't like her or they don't want to be anything like her. Like, this is the thing that, the Savannah James, they should be praised, not these. I mean, there's some other folks. I mean, shit, we're seeing what's happening with Cardi B.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
this is, and Cardi B, because of her situation, she's now related to Russell Wilson in a roundabout way because of their kids. Because one of those players is friends with Future or something. I don't know. I mean, or not friends, but I don't know. They're cousins or something. But in a roundabout way, they're all connected now because of all the fuck shit they've been doing in that. I mean, starting with Future, but they've been doing all that fuck shit. So if Nick Cannon, like I said, you just like to just do wild shit. And maybe you can't come out here and say it like that though, but don't be trying to tell us because of fucking trauma, because that's just a goddamn cop out. It has nothing to do with trauma. You was tagging all those women. If it was fucking trauma, then why are all the women 8s and above? Seriously. Like,
That's a good question.
they're all 8s and above. It is not like he was like, it don't even matter. No, he made sure his roster was impeccable. So, and whatever happened with him and Mariah Carey, because he didn't have any kids before Mariah Carey, and some weird shit happened with that. So maybe he's talking about that. I don't know. We didn't see the full clip though. But at the end of the day, Nick Cannon is just full of shit, and they got to stop going to Breakfast Club, like for real. I don't understand why men get on there and they start acting like women. I don't get it.
It's funny you mentioned that because I think Dame Dash mentioned something to the effect of that to Charlamagne when he was on there.
Oh yeah.
Which, man, I wish we could recap that, but they don't really like people talking and resharing their stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's hard to have sympathy for some. If you a man, first of all, ain't no woman pinning you down and making you do something you don't want to do. That's number one. Number two, you got resources, bro. You better figure something out. You got resources and options that a lot of men don't have. So in that regard, I don't particularly have a lot of sympathy for you. I do have a lot of sympathy for those kids though, because the other piece of this, TR, kids have to be parented differently. You can't take the same formula and use it for every single kid. And that being said, and I didn't realize this until, of all people, Kurt Warner wrote a book years ago that I read, because he has a lot of kids, but they're all with his wife. he talks about how important it is to spend one-on-one time with each individual kid because they
Yeah.
like different things, they process things differently, and you have to get to know them differently. And a lot of parents get kind of lazy when it comes to stuff like that. It just takes one approach for all type of thing, and that doesn't work. Like you have to get to know your kid and know what works in terms of discipline and how to motivate them and how to make them feel loved and appreciated. And a lot of parents just seem to forget that as they get lazy with their parenting.
Yeah. Nope. I 100% understand it, and it probably is a mess, especially around the holidays. But it is what it is, and I don't really feel bad for the kids though, because to me it sounds like Nick is probably accessible. I haven't seen anything that Nick is a bad dad. Like I said, all the women have said good things about him, and the kids sometimes they'll embarrass you as you get older and start trying to destroy your legacy, like we've seen with like Brian McKnight, or some other folks that their kids, like even with Umar Johnson, their kids start showing up and like, hey, I want to talk shit on you. I'm like, all right, whatever. Those kids are in really good situations. Nick is getting a bag, multiple bags, and he's taking care of all his family. Most men can't even do that. Most men can't even take care of one family, let alone, two families. And all the women signed up for it, and they're all getting money, because if they weren't getting money, we would be hearing about it. They'd be going through what's that basketball player that had an issue? Who just went through with oh my god, Channing Tatum, is it? No, that's the actor.
Yeah,
Um
I was gonna take your pick on the basketball players. Yeah,
no,
you
it
talking?
was
You ain't
she's
talking
in
about you ain't
movies
talking about
now.
PJ or she does
Uh,
movies now.
yeah, is it Tiana Taylor?
Oh, and Iman Shumpert, you talking about
Iman
those
Shumpert.
two?
There we go. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep. And she's taking him back to court. So enjoy.
yeah. And man, as soon as a woman takes you to the courtroom, you cook, bro. Like if you have to get the police or the judicial system involved in your marriage, it ain't no going back. She about to take you to the cleaners. Seriously,
Yeah.
let it go.